Good afternoon and welcome to New Jersey City University for this afternoon's basketball matchup between the New Jersey City University Gothic Knights and the Ramapo College Roadrunners. Big game in a variety of ways in the NJAC here today. Ramapo 2 games up on Jersey City in the New Jersey Athletic Conference standings, but Jersey City 2 spots in front of Ramapo in the regional rankings for the NCAA, both teams getting top 25 votes as well. So, Phil, well, I guess it's a matter for Jersey City. You know, they could win out and not host the NJAC tournament, but host in the NCAA tournament, which is really unusual.
Yeah, it's possible, and they, usually their home court, they have some advantage, but this year they've been dealt 2 conference losses on this court, the Charlie Brown court. Yeah, it's a big game. They were winning on the road at Ramapo. Then the game went to overtime. They lost on a last-second layup. And Sam Toney scored a career-high 42. So the Gothic Knights just have to show up defensively today like they did against Montclair State on Wednesday.
Yeah, big win for the Gothic Knights over Montclair State. Really turned this into a 3-team race between these two. And College of New Jersey, Montclair will play College of New Jersey today. Those 2 teams are also regionally ranked, so they're also jostling for position for either an at-large bid, or obviously they win the tournament, they wouldn't need the at-large bid. But Roadrunners have had an up-and-down season in the meantime. Started very strong, lost 2 straight in Vegas, and then their first one when they returned back to the East Coast to start conference play. Played better and then had a loss at Montclair State, but kind of an up-and-down season for the Roadrunners, who started ranked in the top 10 in the country. And for Ramapo and Chuck McBreen, almost basically everybody back from last year's team that also reached the NCAA tournament, won their first game and then lost a heartbreaker to Keene State at home. So Ramapo trying to get back to the NCAA tournament, as is Jersey City, of course, who made the tournament last year, and senior day here at Charlie Brown Court for the Gothic Knights.
And as you can see on the live stream, Ruben Acosta and Gene Campbell are being recognized for their contribution to the Gothic Knight men's basketball squad. They both work in the athletic communications office as well as student assistants.
I'm familiar with Acosta, not as familiar with Gene Campbell.
Yeah, Gene Campbell, they both come off the bench, and Ruben's more of the backup to Shaquan Worthy, as the point guard directing the plays, things like that.
Right.
And Gene Campbell provides leadership in other ways, even if he sees limited time in a game.
So Jersey City and Ramapo will wrap up their regular season on Wednesday. Ramapo will be at home for Rowan, who's dangerous, beat Jersey City last weekend. Jersey City, in the meantime, will finish up on Wednesday. They will be making the very short trip to Rutgers Newark as the top 6 teams reach the conference tournament here. These 2 teams, as well as College of New Jersey, are in. Really, so is Montclair State. It would take a bunch of tiebreakers and losing both games for the Redhawks to miss the tournament. Then you've got Rowan, Stockton, and Patterson all battling for those last 2 spots. Stockton playing at Kane today.
They lost that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the women and men switch times.
Okay.
That game was at Kane, and Kane won 94-72.
Okay, so that drops them to 8-10, and not quite out of the hunt, but needing a little help. Then Rowan and William Patterson also in action today. Rowan hosting Rutgers Newark and Patterson hosting Rutgers Camden. Let's get ready here for the start of this one. As Phil mentioned, a thrilling game in their first meeting in Mahwah. It was 43 points for Toney, and then Joshua Ford scoring basically, not quite at the buzzer, but more or less for Ramapo to kind of steal that victory. And it's been that kind of year for these 2 teams. They both played a lot of close games.
And they're both receiving votes in the D3 Hoops top 25 poll. Ramapo has 9 points and NJAC has 6, so they're both receiving votes after both being in the top 25 in some fashion earlier this year.
You were just mentioned there over the public address downs there. Do you know what that was?
Yeah, just a basic thank you. It's my final year here.
Oh, all right.
I'm a grad assistant, so I'm here
congratulations.
for 2 years.
All right.
And then then spread my wings and find another job.
Okay.
So unless there's a shift there's going to be a shift in leadership here at some point soon.
Yeah, I heard that is it the athletic director?
Yeah, Coach DeFazio is retiring, I believe, at the start of March after basketball comes to an end. And they're in the middle of a search already for a new athletic director that I think will also have will be an assistant or associate VP as well under the new vice president for enrollment. So there's just a little bit of a structure change there as well, just to provide more oversight and leadership in that fashion.
Got it.
As the new person tries to steer the ship as they hire some new coaches here. We just hired a new track coach, cross-country coach, and they're trying to figure out if track is coming back or will stay a club sport or what. And a new women's basketball coach for obvious reasons. Jordan Robertson has done a good job as the acting head coach with Chinwe Wosu helping as well. They're both on the men's basketball staff as well. And they're hiring a new golf coach at some point as well. And I believe a women's tennis coach.
Lots of changes here at Jersey City, and Gothic Knights hope one thing stays the same for them. They hope they get a victory here on the basketball court. Starting lineups for the Gothic Knights. They're going to start both seniors today. Ruben Acosta and Gene Campbell are both in the starting lineups. James Julius, along with Chika Wosu, and of course Sam Toney, rounding out the starting five for head coach Mark Brown. In his 11th season with the Gothic Knights, a graduate of Siena College in 1991, as Phil mentioned, joined on the bench by Jordan Robertson, as well as Abdul Madison, Walik Albright, and Chinwe Wosu. So that's the five for the Gothic Knights. Over on the other side for Ramapo, who will do their senior honors on Wednesday, they've got, of course, Thomas Bonnicum, NJAC Player of the Year last year. Joshua Ford will be joined in the backcourt by James Long, Chris Mosley, and Nick Stanek as we pause right now for our national anthem. Phil Nagley and Gordon Mann set to get you ready for the action here as Ramapo and Jersey City meet for the second time this season. Ramapo with a win would lock up the top seed in the New Jersey Athletic Conference Tournament and one of the two byes. Actually, they would need to lose both games to miss a bye either way, but chance to be the top seed, which obviously they would prefer. Jersey City, 2 games back of Ramapo, but tied with College of New Jersey. And if Rowan should beat Ramapo on Wednesday night, Jersey City could finish with a win here as the top seed. But perhaps equally as important, to stay out of that 3 seed and play as few games as possible in the NJAC tournament, which is always a bruising run, particularly for Jersey City, who's the #1 team in the Atlantic region rankings. and has a ton of games against regionally ranked opponents. 8 different opponents for Jersey City appeared in the NCAA regional rankings, and this would be a big win here. It would put them at 5-4. So it's one thing to play a lot. Obviously, you'd prefer to have a winning record, but both of those things garnering their NCAA record, which is why if you look at the regional rankings and wonder how this second-place team is behind the first-place team in the rankings, that's how it happens. Mosley set the tip along with Jersey City, and we are underway. Gothic Knights moving left to right as we get you set for the start of this one. There's James Julius, and now for Acosta. And Sam Tony. Tony slips it off. Shot off the glass, no good for Chika Wosu, and a follow there from Campbell. What a shot. James Julius with a finger roll looking shot from about the free throw line.
Big offensive rebound there by Chika Wosu to tip it back out for that second chance opportunity.
First look at the Ramapo offense. There's Josh Ford, who scored the game winner against Jersey City in the first meeting. Long arms of Chris Mosley gives it off for Ford. On the outside, James Long for Bonnicum. Bonnicum, a preseason All-American. There's Bonnicum right there, guarded by Acosta. Bonnicum driving in. Shot is off the mark, and Acosta with the rebound. Gothic Knights looking to run, as Acosta will pull it up. It was 1-on-4. Julius thinks about a three, and pulls up off-balance fadeaway, but Julius, soft touch, and Coach McBreen wasting no time. 30-second timeout with the Gothic Knights up 4-0.
That's the start the Gothic Knights needed here, especially at home after starting off a little sluggish against Montclair State on Wednesday. They turned it around, in a back-and-forth affair. And Coach Brown said to me earlier today he really liked that energy at the end of that game. So he hopes that they can bring it today, and so far they have.
Well, last year this team, Phil, was led predominantly by their defense. This year they've shown a little more ability to score, but you mentioned that you were a little concerned about the defense.
Yeah, Chika Wosu's on the bench now, no longer on the court. He won back-to-back defensive player of the year in the NJAC.
Right.
So they lost that presence. But this team, they have some new players, LeVron Green and Jeff Haddock transferred from Rowan, and some other transfers that have brought some new offensive prowess to this squad.
Last time I saw LeVron Green, he was in this game but wearing the other jersey as he was playing for Ramapo, as that shot is up and good and the Roadrunners are on the board.
Yeah, Green's bounced around to a few NJAC squads, and Jeff Haddock used to play for Rowan when they played the first time, and in the second meeting he was on the opposite team.
Mid-season trade, as there is a foul, a whistle down low, and I think they're going to get James Long. It is on James Long, the senior guard from Cliffwood, New Jersey.
His first, team first.
Campbell set to inbound the ball. Gets it in for Chika Wosu, whose older brother was the NJAC Defensive Player of the Year twice. There's Wosu, got it, count it, and he'll go to the line. Good work down low by the freshman from Jersey City, and a three-point play opportunity. See who they give the foul to. They're going to give it to Nick Stanek, the senior from Royersford. And here is Chika Wosu at the line.
Averaging about 48% from the line this year.
And gets the shooter's roll. And the Gothic Knights with 3 from Wosu and 4 from James Julius with a 7-2 lead. Approach the 18-minute mark as Chris Mosley bros right by Ruben Acosta and lays it up for 2. Mosley very quick and with exceptionally long arms. Gothic Knights. Julius as Tony will swing it over. Open 3 from the corner. They're going to say a long 2 instead for Gene Campbell. He's getting the start on senior day. He cashes in. It's now 9-4 Jersey City. Mosley switches off. That's Long, and here's Bonnicum. Bonnicum had a little bit of a down year after the season last year. As bumped and fouled is Joshua Ford, and foul's going to be assessed to Ruben Acosta. Senior from Waterbury, Connecticut, picks up his team's first.
And he'll head to the bench for starting point guard junior Shaquan Worthy.
Coach Brown has to be pretty happy with what those 2 seniors gave him. He got points out of Campbell and a good start there from Acosta. Bonnicum fade away way off the mark, and Sam Tony grabs the rebound.
His 183rd defensive rebound this year.
3 on the way. Net is cut on the rim. As here comes Ramapo back the other way. Bonnicum 3 in rhythm. No. Ramapo not a good three-point shooting team, and here comes the Gothic Knights. Last year at one point, Ramapo had attempted fewer threes than Grinnell College, which shoots threes almost every possession, had made. But they were among the fewest three-point attempts in the country. They've upped that a little bit, but still would prefer not to play around the arc. Worthy. Outside for Julius, Campbell, who scored on the last basket. And Worthy has to just fire it up as that pass got away, and that falls well short of the rim.
LeVron Green will come in for Eugene Campbell here. So the Gothic Knights now have what's usually their regular starters in this for most of the year now in against Ramapo.
Stanek and Long bringing the ball up the floor for the Roadrunners. Mosley now for Ford. Long is Bonnicum trying to post up Wosu. They get it to him, but a little off his spot.
11 on the shot clock.
Long, tough shot, won't fall, and he's fouled and will go to the free throw line. LeVon Green, junior from Teaneck, New Jersey, picks up the foul, and first trip to the foul line here for the Roadrunners.
Both teams now have 2 team fouls. No one individually is in any trouble yet.
Long on the season as he makes the first free throw. He's a 75% free throw shooter. Ramapo as a team shoots 68%, which is pretty average for D3. As that one's off the mark, and easy rebound for Wosu. 9-5, Jersey City on top. As Wosu trying to post up Nick Stanek down low. Tony. Yet the score, well, changes that. Fouled, and he'll go to the line as he got stuck on the smaller Roadrunner defender. And Tony will head to the free throw line. Foul is on. I said 14 for Ramapo. No, 13. Okay, it's Mosley.
Tony completes the three-point play there to give the Gothic Knights a 7-point lead with under 16 to play.
Yeah, I would think Sam Tony, the favorite to win NJAC Player of the Year. He's been phenomenal. That's a nice fadeaway, fall-away floater there for Josh Ford. It's 12-7.
In other NJAC action, Montclair's out to a 11-2 lead over TCNJ. 3 minutes in. Game
of note, interest to both of these teams. That shot off the mark. And going to be a foul as Mosley has Chika Wosu's arm pinned to his side. So that's the second foul on Mosley.
That's 2 quick fouls like you mentioned. Team's fourth.
Ramapo looks like a small army on their bench, but doesn't mean they're going to play them all. Gothic Knights with a 12-7 lead here. As LeVron Green gives it over. Worthy. Wosu trying to post up Nick Stanek. Worthy as Stanek picks him up. Outside Green. Swinging around. Wosu has it, loses it, kicks it back. Julius for 3, and it's good. James Julius. Actually, they'll give him a long 2. No, that is a 3. 15-7.
Good ball movement there by the Gothic Knights to find the open shooter.
Stanek guarded by the smaller Worthy. Sipped it over Long. Mosley and Bonnicum again trying to body up Wosu. Ford for 3, and that is good. Now Josh Ford can score a little bit. He's a little guy, but he's got pretty good offensive instincts.
Shooting about 26% from downtown as an offensive foul there on Sam Tony. His first.
Ford with 5 points now for the Roadrunners. James Julius with 7 for Jersey City. First foul on Sam and third on the Gothic Knights. Coach Mark Brown pleading his case.
Or yelling at Tony, one or the other. Sometimes you don't know.
That's right. Ford drives in around Wosu, and Josh Ford heating up. He's now got 7. Gothic Knights lead trimmed to 15-12. And wide open, Wosu turns and scores. As Ford got lost in the shuffle there, and Wosu makes him pay.
Good find there by Worthy for another assist on the year.
5 for Wosu. As Peterson is checked in here for Ramapo. That's Patrick Peterson, sophomore. Bonnicum, soft turnaround hook shot over Julius is good. First 2 points of the game for Bonnicum. Ramapo only used 6 players here so far.
And they have 11 on the year that have played 20 games or more.
Yeah. Worthy. Off the Wosu screen. And Tony comes to get it. 10 on the shot clock. Tony might have got away with a little bump there. They give it back to Sam. Slips it down low. Wosu turnaround basket is good. Good find as Ramapo's Nick Stanek is very slow to get up, and we're going to get a bunch of substitutions here, including Ramapo going to bring Rob Lewis, the junior center from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, in to replace Stanek. Lewis is a big dude. 6'6" is what he's listed at. Jersey City brings Robert Gordon, a junior shooting guard from Maplewood, New Jersey, into the game.
And Yuri Brutus, another, he's been splitting time with Chika Wosu starting-wise. Chika's been starting regularly lately, but Brutus started most of the games earlier on in the year.
Another good long defender there for Coach Brown. Little lighter in the load than Wosu.
Yes.
Long arms and a traveling violation going to be called on the Roadrunners.
Untimely turnover there as the Roadrunners are only down by 5.
That's the first turnover of the game for Ramapo. 13:03 to play, 19-14. Tony. Now we'll try and post up on Lewis. Trying to take advantage of Tony's size. Worthy will pull it back out. Plenty of time on the shot clock as it now hits 14. Brutus calls for the ball. Swinging around to Worthy. Shot clock down to 9. Tony still trying to post up Josh Ford in the post. 3 on the way is off the rim, no good by Gordon, and then tapped out of bounds by Brutus. And I remember some sort of warning to the Ramapo bench. I'm not sure what that was. It was a sideline warning or what it was, but
yeah,
some warning to someone on Ramapo. Again, they've got half their athletic department on the bench. There's a lot of guys.
I think that was on the coach, but
I believe so too. We were unable to tell what he said.
And yeah, they don't put that in the live stats.
No, Coach McBreen is a fairly colorful guy though, so you can use your own imagination. 19-14, Bonnicum swings free, and he's got 4 points now. Lead trimmed to 19-16. Worthy. Gothic Knights swinging around. Tony with a good look down low to Brutus. Brutus lays it up and in. Good delivery there from Sam Tony. And Yuri Brutus completes the play. Bonnicum outside for Ford. Ford picks up a double team. Bonnicum wide open. Lewis got it. Count it. He'll go to the line. And that's the second foul on Sam Tony. As Rob Lewis lost the handle, but found it just in time to poke it up and into the rim. And we're going to get Chika Wosu back in the game for San Tony.
A unnecessary foul there. He got beat. Tony got beat, and instead of just trying to play some defense, he whacked the Ramapo player there.
Lewis makes the free throw. He's not much of a scorer. He only averages 4 points per game, but he's most of the way there now. His 3-point play makes it a 2-point game, 21-19. So see how long Tony sits with the 2 fouls, as well as Chris Mosley with 2 fouls. He's also on the bench for Ramapo. Gothic Knights. Green into the hands of Gordon. Now Brutus outside. Worthy probes the defense. Wosu's got 7 points, turns around, shoots and scores. Nice soft touch from Chika Wosu.
Another good interior play there by Wosu, who now has 7 in the game.
Yeah, Wosu and Julius with 7 apiece. Peterson will fire a long 3. No, but Bonnicum right there. Quick tip up and in, and Coach Brown wants to get a bigger body on Bonnicum.
He was wide open down low for the second chance opportunity.
23-21. Gordon around the outside. Green back to Gordon. Gordon for three. Got it. Robert Gordon for three.
Good ball movement there by the Gothic Knights to get the Roadrunner defense a little off the mark before shooting the ball.
Gordon, the top three-point shooter on the team with 39%. And a steal there by Chico Wosu, who's doing a little bit of everything here for the Gothic Knights. Pass down low to a very surprised Yuri Brutus, who did not expect the ball, even though he was wide open, and ends up committing the foul off the turnover.
Hesitated a bit there, and then there was 4 defenders on him.
Yeah, that's all it took. Jersey City going to bring sophomore center R.J. Thomas into the game, 6'5", out of East Orange, New Jersey.
He transferred mid-year from Albertus Magnus.
Oh, okay.
After we played Albertus Magnus.
There you go. Guess he liked what he saw. Gives you two really big bodies out there now with Thomas and Wosu. Bonnicum over for Peterson. And for Bonnicum, zips it off. Good look. Shot and a foul as Thomas did not get cheated on that one.
That was a foul.
All over him.
Yep. That's the team's 6th. Thomas's first.
Connor Romano, who checked in, is going to head to the free throw line. Sophomore guard out of Old Bridge, New Jersey.
Only his 9th free throw attempt this year.
No good. Checking in, Rob McWilliams checks in to replace Josh Ford, who gets his first break.
You asked them to use their bench, and they are.
Yeah, here it is. Second one for Romano, also no good, so he misses them both. Jersey City ends up no worse the wear for the foul. 26-21, 5-point lead. Thomas matched up with the infinitely smaller Romano down low. Now the Gothic Knights will pull it back out.
14 on the shot clock.
Worthy for Jeff Haddock, who's checked in. Shot clock down to 6. Worthy with 4. Gets it up, off the mark. Bonnicum with the rebound as Jersey City ran a lot of clock but didn't set much up.
That was an interesting shot selection there.
Romano passes deflected
by Green there, and it'll stay with Ramapo as some bodies fell to the floor.
Yeah, my eyes shot to McWilliams, who grabbed at his right knee when he fell, but appears to be all right. So Peterson, Romano, McWilliams, Bonnicum, and Rob Lewis, the 5 on the floor, and stolen away. Worthy going down the floor alone. A finger roll, no, but right there for the putback is R.J. Thomas. 28-21. Peterson quickly back the other way. He'll try a transition 3, and it's good.
One of the things the Gothic Knights have struggled this year, and something the coaching staff at NJC has been working on, is that transition defense. As you saw there, they come down fast, they score the bucket, but then they don't get back fast.
Good scouting from the Roadrunners and knew what they needed to do there. Haddock for 3, no. And going to get a foul
on Thomas.
I think they're saying on Thomas, yeah, so that's his second. And team foul number 7, so that's an offensive foul, so let's see what they're going to give him. Yeah, they're going to give him free throws, loose ball foul.
As Solomon Pierre checks in and Julius comes back into play. And Yuri Brutus as well for Chico Wosu.
It's a little smaller lineup now on the floor for Coach Brown and for the Roadrunners. As free throws coming here for Rob McWilliams. Williams' 24th game of the year. He's played in all of them. And
makes that first one there.
It's the first one. He's not a good free throw shooter, although he hasn't had a lot of opportunities. He's now 9 for 19 on the season. Second one coming, and good. So McWilliams, who averages about 4 points per game, gets them both. And Ramapo, who's trailed throughout, has it down to a 2-point deficit. Gothic Knights trying to piece together offense with Sam Toney sitting with 2 fouls. Haddock picked up by Peterson and nearly stolen by Romano. And off the foot of Worthy as that took a weird bounce.
I was going to say, it went off someone's foot. I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the ref's closer, so. But that's an unfortunate bounce there for the Gothic Knights.
Yeah, I think Worthy must have stepped on it or something because it never came off the floor. It just kind of sat there. 28-26, Ramapo looking for a tie or the lead with a 3. As Lewis has the ball poked at there. Romano. The outside Peterson. Bonnicum calling for it, but they'll go to McWilliams on the wing. Turnaround, finds Peterson, open shot, no. Put back up and good by Patrick Peterson.
When the Gothic Knights do play defense, they don't have any other defenders there to get the defensive rebound, especially with Sam Toney out.
Pass down low for Pierre. Pierre draws a triple team. 16 on the shot clock. Jersey City's offense trying to find some answers here. A 7-0 run for the Roadrunners. 3 from Julius. Off the mark, no, and Peterson with the rebound. 28 apiece. A little under 8 to play. Peterson dishes off for McWilliams. McWilliams will pull up, mid-range jumper, no. Long rebound comes to Lewis. Lewis, awkward-looking shot, no. Peterson nearly grabs the rebound, but nice job by Shaquan Worthy, and Worthy will not be fouled in the act of shooting, despite the heave. But he does pick up the foul on Ramapo, team's 5th.
Somehow the smallest player on the court is getting the defensive rebound.
Yeah.
That's Romano's first, team 5th, like you said.
Chico Wosu checks back in for the Gothic Knights. So Wosu along with Worthy, Julius, Robert Gordon, and I think they've got, Pierre is the 5th.
Yes.
Pass down into the post for Wosu, who's played well on offense. Turns around, tried to fire it off the glass and get it himself, but Bonnicum denies the second chance. 28 apiece. Romano for Bonnicum. Bonnicum pull-up jumper, got it. Now he's got good touch for a post player or a forward. Kind of a swing man. He's not really a true post player. But
now has 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting from the floor.
And a 2-point lead for the Roadrunners. Worthy for Gordon. Gordon hit a 3 earlier. Guarded by the much taller Lewis. Julius will try a 3 from the near side. No. Good rebound. Gothic Knights set back up. Quick follow from Gordon for 3. Good. And a quick timeout taken by Mark Brown. A full timeout as the three-pointer puts Jersey City back up by 1, 31-30.
That's one of the reasons why Wosu's back in there after the Gothic Knights struggled on the boards, both offensively and defensively. Wosu picks up that key second chance opportunity with an offensive rebound, dishes it out to Gordon, and Gothic Knights retake the lead by 1.
Well, Gothic Knights have used 12 players, maybe a little deeper than you would have expected because of senior day, but yes, a lot of bodies. Is Wosu now 9 points and 5 rebounds and 2 assists and 2 steals. So
yeah, he's playing out of his mind right now, and I think he just sat a little while ago just for some rest, or he doesn't have any fouls. Usually he's the one in foul trouble.
Right, yeah.
But Coach Brown regularly subbing people in and out, just like Ramapo squad, and like you said, the 2 seniors played. They usually see time either when it's a blowout or when it's towards the half, and he just wants to get some fresh legs in there. Or during the week when they play 3 games in 1 week because of, because of snow, and they played TCNJ twice.
Twice in 8 days, or twice in 7 days, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like 6 or whatever. But yeah, and then they split that. And speaking of TCNJ, Montclair State's lead is now 7 with 7 minutes left in that game.
And Montclair State would take a lot of help to get up to the 3 seed, and it doesn't particularly matter whether you're 3 or 4.
Yeah, you still host.
Still host a first-round game. Yeah. Nice pass down the floor, caught by Peterson. Good tic-tac-toe, but a whistle and a traveling violation on Bonnicum.
That was a 3-on-2 there.
Yeah.
And Ramapo couldn't keep the ball without turning it over somehow. A timely turnover for the Gothic Knights, a little untimely for the visitors.
Been pretty cleanly played, just 3 turnovers for both teams. Third on Ramapo. Outside, over. Pierre will try the jumper. No. Ball takes an extra bounce off the rim, recovered by McWilliams for Ramapo. 31-30, Jersey City by 1. Wide open, Peterson to the rim, blew the layup, and last touch by Jersey City as Julius was stepping on the baseline. Boy, Peterson all alone and just missed it.
Wosu got beat there. James Julius somehow saw that it was a wide open play, came back, did something to force that missed shot, and it went off of him, and now it's still with Ramapo.
Yeah, I think he was going for the rebound. He had a foot on the baseline. So Peterson inbounds it to Ford, who's back in the game. Lewis gives him a little bit of a screen. Ford, shot blocked by Pierre. Good defense there from Solomon. Peterson set to inbound the ball. We're going with this lineup now for a little while. Had these 4 plus now Ford on the floor. Trying to find some kind of rhythm with Mosley out. And again, a wide open look from McWilliams. This Ramapo, whatever it is they're doing on offense, they're getting all kinds of open looks around the rim, and they retake the lead 32-31.
Must have done some scouting, because that those plays are similar to how NJCU's been getting beat. Depending who's in the game, just been getting beat defensively, and that next player's not there to help.
Wosu, outside for Gordon. Julius had 7 quick points, drives in here, no foul, a lot of contact, and now they're going to call a foul over the back on Solomon Pierre instead. And it's going to be free throws the other way for Ramapo again. So it's Pierre's first, but more importantly, the team's 8th. Patrick Peterson heads to the free throw line. As Levon Green, and Yuri Brutus come in. Jeff Haddock comes in. Julius grabs a seat. Sam Toney picked up 2 fouls in a short period of time here for the Gothic Knights. As Peterson's 1-1, first one is good, and Patrick will get the second. Peterson on the season, a very good free throw shooter, 76%. That is second on the team to Thomas Bonnicum, who shoots almost 80%. But Peterson hits them both, and Ramapo now with their largest lead of the game at 34-31. Worthy nearly lost it out of bounds, but recovers. Worthy, Brutus, Wosu, Haddock, and Green, the 5 on the floor for the Gothic Knights. They've struggled to find some offense here since Toney went to the bench. And a head fake, and the jumper is up and good for LeBron Green. So Green with the basket. First 2 points of the game for him. Bonnicum for 3, and it's good. Thomas Bonnicum with a rainbow 3. And the Roadrunners extend that lead to 37-33. Bonnicum, not a good three-point shooter. He's attempted 78 now on the season and just made 19, but that's one of them right there. 37-33. Into the post, outside look. Green will try again. This time no good. Wosu with the offensive rebound. Quickly to the rim. Reverse layup from Green, no good, but he is fouled. And free throws coming here for Green. Second foul on Rob Lewis, I believe. That's Lewis's first. Team foul number 6. As Gordon gets set to check back in at the next dead ball. Free throw is up and good. Second one coming here. It is up and it is good. So both free throws good, 37-35. So welcome you back with the pictures. Bonnicum down the floor for Ford. Good defense from Rob Gordon to get into the passing lane and knock that away. And Ramapo going to retain possession up 37-35. Peterson set to inbound. Lewis getting a lot of minutes here for the Roadrunners with Mosley on the bench. Ford guarded very closely by Robert Gordon. A little bit of a screen there for Bonnicum, who's the first player into double digits. Lewis with a fadeaway mid-range jumper, and Robert Gordon with the rebound. Gothic Knights looking to push down the floor. Nice catch, reverse layup, no good. And Bonnicum catches the loose ball and then gets sandwiched and inadvertently fouled by Wusu, but counts just the same.
foul was on Yuri Brutus.
Oh, Brutus will pick it up. My mistake.
I think he hip checked him there a little bit.
It was a Bonnicum sandwich there.
You'd rather the foul be on Wosu, but now that's Brutus's second.
So Bonnicum heads to the free throw line. Again, he was a first-team preseason All-American. He was the New Jersey Athletic Conference Player of the Year and a postseason All-American. Led the team in just about every major statistical category last season. This year, Mosley is the leading scorer. As Bonnicum hits the free throw, although not today. Thomas has got 12 points after starting cold. He's now 5 for 8 with a 3. And we mentioned he's almost an 80% free throw shooter, so doesn't miss from there very often, and doesn't miss either one of those either. 39-35, 3:43 to play in the first half. Robert Gordon calling out the play from near midcourt here. Slips it over, 3 on the way from Haddock is good. Deep 3 from Jeff Haddock. 39-38. Ford. These Gothic Knights looking for a push on Ford. McWilliams loses it off his foot and gets it back to Peterson. 16 on the shot clock, and there is the offensive foul they were looking for. As Peterson, with the shove to get free, will pick up the foul. And that is team foul number 7, so the Gothic Knights now in the bonus. Also a turnover. First foul on Patrick. 4th turnover. Both teams have taken care of the ball. Just 4 for Ramapo and 3 for Jersey City. As the Gothic Knights look to claim the lead, 39-38, 3:03 to play in the first half. Haddock outside, and McWilliams steps into the lane and steals it away. Driving down the floor, McWilliams, tough shot, got the angle and banks it in.
Good scouting there by Ramapo to know NJCU's tendencies, passing-wise, and what plays they run.
Ramapo playing, well, I guess it's still a man. It looked like a zone there for a second. Just real extended as pass deflects into the hands of the Gothic Knights. As a foul is of Ron Green trying to get to the lane. Connor McWilliams is going to pick up the foul. Free throws coming here for Green. McWilliams is first. Green second on the team in scoring, 14 points per game. He's also second on the team in assists. Worthy leads that by a large margin. And Green misses the free throw. 41-38, Rob Lewis with the rebound. Ramapo coming down the floor, 2:23 to play in a tightly played first half. Ramapo with the win again would lock up top seed in New Jersey Athletic Conference. As Patrick Peterson, what a move. Slips around the defense and banks it off the glass for 2. Peterson's got 9, and it's a 5-point Ramapo lead. Jersey City just trying to hang close here. Guess they're going to elect to let Tony sit for the rest of the half, it looks like, with 2 fouls. Head fake and a traveling violation called on LeBron Green. Gene Campbell checks back in. And also going to get Shaquan Worthy. So Haddock and Brown head to the bench. New backcourt for Coach Brown. 43-38. Ford brings the ball down the floor. Rob Lewis with him. Bonnicum's had a good game, 13 points. Down low for Lewis, who was out of bounds. His foot slipped and he crossed the baseline. So turnover by the Roadrunners. Rebounding advantage so far, Ramapo with a 3-rebound advantage, 16-13.
That's one of the reasons why they're up by 5.
Yep. Also shooting 62%. That doesn't hurt either.
Definitely not.
A lot of close shots in there, though. 43-38. Jersey City trying to get closer with 1:24 to play in the first half. Long jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Connor McWilliams flies into the pack and corrals it. Williams has played real well here. Bonnicum open three. Yes, sir. Top of the arc. Defense sags off Bonnicum, and he drills it. He's got 16. They mentioned he's not a good three-point shooter, but everybody's a good three-point shooter with that kind of look. A 7-point lead, and McWilliams nearly another steal. And they say last touch by Rob, who's been everywhere. Haddock going to come in to give the Gothic Knights a little more offensive firepower here with 55 seconds to play as Gene Campbell heads to the bench.
Gothic Knights need to be a little more precise and a little more speed on the balls there, on the passes there, as Ramapo's seeing those passes and trying to deflect them their way.
Guys doing their best to try and clean up the sweat with the bottom of their sneakers, which never works particularly well, but works enough to their satisfaction where they're ready to go. 46-38, 8-point lead for Ramapo. Haddock outside into the hands of Julius, who's fouled. Robert McWilliams going to pick up the personal, I believe.
That's his second.
Yep. 41 seconds to play. See if Coach McBreen elects to protect him or not. He's got Mosley sitting with 2 fouls. Nick Stanek was hurt in the first half and has not returned since he went out with his injury. Free throw is up and good for Julius.
Julius on the year is averaging about 82% from the charity stripe. One of the top free throw shooters on the team as he readies for his second attempt here.
Yeah, this is a good free throw shooting team. Your top 4 guys shoot 90, 82, 81, and 84, or 83. That is exceptionally good as Julius hits them both.
And to answer your question, McWilliams headed to the bench there.
Yeah, so Long comes in to protect Williams, who's played real well this first half. 46-40. 10-second differential between shot and game clock for the Roadrunners, who elect not to go 2 for 1, it looks like. Pass down for Bonnicum, ends up over his head and off the backboard. Worthy and the Gothic Knights. Wosu with the flush.
Travel.
He traveled. They called it off.
He did.
He did. So no points. And I don't think anybody in the crowd realizes that didn't count.
Coach Brown's not too happy, but
yeah, he did. He traveled when he tried to collect himself.
Yep. And I thought they were going to call him for a technical at first, but
for hanging on the net rim. As Ford's shot's no good. And some excitement there at the end of the first half, but it ends up being a 46-40 halftime lead for the Roadrunners. Jersey City will take a break, try and regroup, try and get Sam Toney, who's got 2 fouls in the flow of things here in the second half. We'll take a break as well with the Roadrunners on top of the Gothic Knights, 46-40. Welcome back here at Charlie Brown Court, 46-40. Ramapo leads New Jersey City. We have a look at the halftime scoreboard for you. Montclair State leading TCNJ in a game that could be big if Jersey City comes back to win here. If Montclair State hangs on to win that game and Jersey City were to beat Ramapo, then your top two seeds in the tournament would be set, and it would be Ramapo and Jersey City in some order. So Jersey City, with a win and some help from Montclair State, can clinch a first-round bye, which, again, you'd really like to have to avoid that first-round game next week. Other finals for you from the NJAC. We gave this one to you earlier, but Kane beats up on Stockton 94-72. William Patterson with a 8-point win over Rutgers Camden, 68-60, and then the other two games obviously in progress here at the half. But if you take a look at the standings now with those finals in, Rowan, who is not in action today, Rowan's hosting Rutgers Newark. They are in action. We'll check and see if there's any score in progress. But Rowan and Stockton, Rowan with a win would pretty much lock up one of the final two playoff spots. And you still got Patterson and Stockton basically battling for that last spot. Stockton and Patterson, I wonder if they finished the season playing each other on Wednesday. Well, nope. Stockton plays Jersey City here, or at home. So Patterson and Stockton don't finish up the season against each other, but they're still scraping to get in to that sixth spot in the tournament. Also with Montclair State, again, it doesn't really matter whether the Redhawks finish third or fourth, but they'd have a chance to finish third, I guess, depending on how much they prefer to play whoever finishes as the sixth spot for the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Take a look at your first half statistics here. Ramapo shot 63% in the first half, and for a team that does not take a lot of threes, they made the ones they took. 4 for 6, 67%. Also good free throw shooting, 73% for the Roadrunners. Thomas Bonnicum had a renaissance here in this first half. Again, he's had a little bit of a down season, but he had 16 points on 6 for 9 shooting, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists in a full 20 minutes of action. Other scores for Ramapo: 7 for Josh Ford, 9 for Patrick Peterson, 6 for Rob McWilliams, 3 for Rob Lewis, 2 apiece for Christopher Mosley and Nick Stanek, who played limited minutes because of foul trouble and an injury respectively, and a single point for James Long. For Jersey City, balanced scoring, but Chika Wosu with an excellent first half, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals in 16 minutes of action. Sam Toney, the Jersey City star, only played 8 minutes in the first half. He had 3 points, but he sat with 2 fouls. He had 3 assists as well. Other scores for Jersey City: James Julius had 7 quickly. He finished with 9. 6 for Robert Gordon on a couple of threes. 4 for LeVron Green. And then 3 for Jeff Haddock and 2 apiece for a bunch of different guys. Give the Jersey City Gothic Knights their 40 points. 46-40. Big final on the women's side of things of the New Jersey Athletic Conference. TCNJ defeats Montclair State. Redhawks are still going to be the top seed in the tournament, but makes things a little more interesting. Starting 5 back on the floor for Montclair State, or for Ramapo rather, excuse me. And actually I'll correct myself because, nope, there's Stanek. Stanek, who got hurt in the first half, is now back out there to start the second half, along with Mosley, Bonnicum, foul on Wosu. Long and Ford, the 5 on the floor for Ramapo. And it's Chika Wosu's first foul, team's first.
Coach Brown didn't like that for some reason. Don't know why.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Stanek, who had a quiet first half, got, again, hurt. Seems to be okay now. Pass to a wide open Bonnicum, slips free, and lays it up for 2.
Now lead by 8.
Roadrunners pick up right where they left off. 5 on the floor, not the starters because they started 2 seniors, but the normal starting 5 for the Gothic Knights. Green, Julius, Worthy, Toney, and Wosu, and a 3 is up and good for Julius, who's now got 12 points.
Good ball movement there by Green.
Mosley slashes to the basket, lays it up for 2.
Toney and Mosley are both back in after getting some early foul trouble and sitting for most of the first half.
4 points for Mosley. Tony with a pass to Green. Gothic Knights will set it up. Julius guarded by Long. Fade away off the back rim, no good. Ford with the rebound. Oh, Bonnicum with I guess inadvertent, but looked like a safety hitting a wide receiver coming across the middle on Worthy. Mosley has his pocket picked. Worthy 2-on-1. A little bit behind things for Green, and then the shot is blocked. Good steal from Worthy, but not a good pass, and Green had to go behind his body to get it, and by the time he recollected, Roadrunners were there to block it.
Didn't have much of a shot after that because of the inadvertent pass.
50-43, Julius for three again, got it. James Julius.
Now has 15. He's 3 of 6 now from downtown.
Second on the team in three-pointers attempted now. As he passes Green. Ford. Slips it off for Mosley. Tough angle shot. Got it to fall. Somehow gets that to rattle in, and Mosley with 4 points early this half. 52-46, 6-point Ramapo advantage. See if Tony can get going. This is Sam right here. Nice move.
And
got it.
one.
Count it. Going to the line. Good finish over Nick Stanek.
Foul there is on number 40, Nick Stanek, like you mentioned. Team's first, his second. Tony on the year is shooting about 83% from the line, as that one's good as well. Timeout, Gothic Knights.
So Coach Brown wants to collect things on the defensive side. His team now down by 3. Trim that lead coming out of the half. Ramapo got a lot of easy looks, particularly when Tony was out of the game. Good first half for some of their reserve guards as well. Rob McWilliams played a lot of minutes for Coach McBreen in the second half. See, McBreen goes back to him as he's, as usual, fairly animated on the sideline, talking to Nick Stanek.
Mm-hmm.
Ramapo set to inbound the ball. Same 5 as a moment ago for Coach McBreen. McBreen doing double duty near the end of the season here. He's the Atlantic Region chair for the regional ranking committees. As Ford breaks free. Goes up, shot, no good. That basket's not going to count. As Mosley jams it home with 2 hands, but that's whether it's
no basket.
Yeah, going to end up being.
But the foul's on Tony. That's his third. Another inadvertent. He got called for a foul, and he's trying to plead his case.
Yeah.
And Coach Brown's trying to argue now, too.
Well,
but the ref said we're going to look at it, but still, that's 3 fouls, so I don't know when you look at it.
Yeah, they don't have video replay here. It's not going to matter. So LeBron Green was kind of where things went wrong there for Jersey City. He let Ford get free on the inbounds pass, and then Tony was just trying to prevent the open look. Second free throw coming here for Ford.
I guess the answer was the foul was called on the right player.
Yeah. Ford hits them both. Josh Ford started every game here this year. Pretty much the same starting 5 for Ramapo, and nearly every game James Long missed a couple of games with an injury. But other than that, same 5 for everyone here for Ramapo, who extends that lead back to 5. Worthy. Over for Gordon. Tony setting the screen. Deflects to Worthy. Worthy will swing it outside. Julius has got the hot hand. No, that time rattles out. And last touch, Jersey City got lucky there. That was last touch by Wosu, but they say last touch by Ramapo.
Baseline ref couldn't see it,
yeah.
So he deferred to the near side official, who probably couldn't see Wosu's hand.
Yep.
Fresh shot clock as well.
Julius for Worthy. Tony just 6 points. It's Sam with the ball right there. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Nick Stanek.
It's usually good with those fadeaways, but in that situation, you had time on the shot clock. Find an open teammate.
forward for Stanek. And now Ford and Bonnicum. Bonnicum had a big first half with 16 points. Spins to the lane and is fouled by Julius.
He wasn't too pleased with that call, but
No.
it happens from time to time. That's now the third team foul, his first.
So again, Bonnicum, best free throw shooter on the team, heads to the free throw line.
Referees are calling a fair but tight game, so if you're the Gothic
Yeah.
Knights, you should just drive into the lane and start drawing some of those fouls like Tony did earlier.
And Bonnicum hits the first free throw. Ramapo now 11 for 14 from the foul line. Jersey City 7 of 8. Second one coming here for Bonnicum. And he gets them both. So Thomas Bonnicum with 18 points now. He'll make it 20. As the floater up and good for Shaquan Worthy.
Cuts the Ramapo lead to 5.
56-51. Long for Stanek. Stanek loses both defenders. Soft spin around fadeaway jumper is good. Stanek has not attempted many shots tonight. Good on that one. Tony with the three. No good. And Wosu lucky he didn't get called for over the back there. 58-51.
Looked to be an off-balance shot there by Tony.
Looked like he was shot putting it.
Yeah.
Stanek for Ford. Bonnicum matched up with much smaller Shaquan Worthy. Bonnicum calling for the ball, and now he'll just come forward. Stanek with a three. Way off the mark. Worthy with the rebound. 7-point Ramapo lead. Worthy wants to go down low. He's got Wosu and Tony. And still go work it around the arc. Wosu.
Tony looks a little frustrated down there.
Yeah, he really wanted the ball on Bonnicum in the post. Gordon with the good head fake. And the shot won't fall. Tony with the rebound. Got it. Count it going to the line.
There you have it. Just give it to Tony down low or Wosu down low and you'll draw the foul. That's twice now in the last 5 minutes or so.
Tony has 3 field goals, and all 3 of them have been 3-point plays.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
That foul was on Josh Ford, his first. Team's second.
Tony with a big sigh and then splashes it home. So 9 points for Sam Tony.
3-3 from the line so far today as well.
58-54, 4-point lead, and there's a foul on Julius. Got a little anxious with the arms, and Gothic Knights now up to 4 fouls with less than 5 minutes gone here in the second half.
And that's Julius's second.
Bonnicum set to inbound to Ford, or Long, excuse me. Big collision between Bonnicum and Tony. The ball comes across half court.
Coach Brown wanted a foul there, nothing called.
Mosley, shot, no. Stanek follow, good. Nick Stanek with the basket. Second field goal of the half here for Stanek, who's got 4. 60-54. Ramapo hanging on to that 6-point lead that they had at the start of the half. Gordon for 3. Got it, off glass, and then off the rim and good.
Cuts the lead to 3.
Jersey City now 5 of 12 from the behind the arc. Bonnicum thinks about a 3. Rolls it to Ford. Ford shot off glass and good. Tough angle shot for Joshua Ford.
Ramapo's getting these tough shots in the first half to fall. That's why they were shooting about 62%. And still in the second half, even when the Gothic Knights are playing good defense, Ramapo's finding a way to score.
11 points now for Ford. He joins Bonnicum in double figures. Julius. They work off the Tony screen. Down low, Julius. Well, I'm not sure what he was doing. He was hanging in, I don't know if he was looking at a dish or what, but ends up just in the Roadrunner's hands. 3 for Long, no. Stanek, last touched by
Wosu.
Yeah, by Wosu out of bounds.
Mark Brown's waving someone off. I don't know if he's waving at Julius.
Yeah, he thought it was. He's saying it was last touch by Stanek. He's disagreeing with the call.
I thought he was talking about a different play.
Yeah, no.
But
Robert Gordon heads to the bench. Haddock back in, and Yuri Brutus will have to wait a second. Oops. Well, he was wide open because he hadn't stepped back on the court yet.
Well, that would make sense then. I was going to say he's wide open, and Marquise Blackwell, who transferred in mid-year as well, we'll see some time here. It's only his third game he's played in. James Julius getting some rest there after, I'm guessing coach was waving off James Julius now that he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah. 62-57. Jersey City with a chance to the score here to get it to a one-possession game. Haddock, with a surprise, but ends up in the hands of Marquise Blackwell. Haddock driving on Mosley, and you're right, Phil. Just go to the rim. They're going to give you a foul if there's any question.
Yeah. They've been calling it that way, unless it's ball on hand, but otherwise they've been calling. It's been fair, but they've just been calling.
Yep. So Haddock, the Rowan transfer.
And that foul was on Mosley, his third.
So two key guys with 3 fouls each now, Tony and Mosley. Haddock's first free throw was good. His numbers here with Jersey City are incredible from the foul line. He's now 21 of 23 on the season. 62-59. A 3-point Ramapo lead. Ford gets the screen from Stanek, who's wide open on Worthy. Turns around and scores over the top of him. That's just a bad switch there for Jersey City. Center on point guard.
Usually doesn't go well.
No, not from that spot on the floor at least. 64-59. Worthy over for Haddock. Gets it in the hands. They just can't get it to Tony for whatever reason.
He's been wide open too sometimes.
Worthy off a screen. Picked up by Mosley, and now Tony on Bonnicum. Try his step back three, also off balance and way off the mark.
He's just off the mark today. I don't know what's up. The early fouls didn't help, but I don't know what's up with Tony today.
Stanek leaves it for Mosley, whose arms and legs are flying everywhere. Dishes off for Ford. Ford, nice fake. No, ball tipped by Bonnicum.
No,
recovered by Worthy. Tony the other way. He'll drive on Stanek and pick up the foul.
No shot.
No shot.
Didn't go in anyway, but they said no shot.
So, personal foul on Stanek. That is the third on the Roadrunners here this half. Third on Nick Stanek. And we're going to get a couple of new guys back in the game. Here comes Rob McWilliams. Here comes Rob Lewis. And here comes Connor Romano. As Long, Stanek, and I would think
and
Mosley.
Peterson has come in as well.
Okay, so 4 guys.
Yeah, they left one out there.
Well, curious to see who will take shots here. Mm-hmm. Peterson's offensive-minded, but the rest of them really are not. Haddock catches the inbounds pass.
Bonicum's still out there. So
Bonnicum's still out there. Well, there's my answer then.
Yeah, that's who's going to shoot.
Yep. Worthy. Guarded by Romano. Picked up by Lewis. Tight defense from Peterson. Haddock fading away. What a shot from Haddock for 3.
Good shot there with the shot clock at 2 seconds as he looked to be bottled up there, but forgot he could dribble for the first time and dribbled a little and got open and shot that.
Closest the Gothic Knights have been this half. Bonnicum going to get called for the travel. It also could have been a hook either way. And Jersey City going to have a chance to tie or take the lead.
Coach Brown gave the little hook symbol. They call it travel. Either way, Gothic Knights with the ball. Worthy.
Tony
again
frustrated he didn't get the ball back from Worthy there. He really wants to post up Bonnicum. And that's not really the spot to do it from, not from the elbow. Worthy, nice move. Shot off glass and good. Bodies flying everywhere.
And Coach Brown pointed that out, pointing at the 2 on the floor. No call. Tie game, though. 64-64.
Somehow Worthy sneaks it around the defense and knots us up, and Ramapo going to call timeout. Nice play by Shaquan Worthy with the basket. first points of the game, or fourth points of the game, I should say, second field goal. Is timeout taken here by the Roadrunners. Yep.
Speaking of tie games, Montclair and TCNJ are tied at 56 now. After Montclair led at half, let me find that score. They led
55-46 or something like that.
It's 46-39, but then they were up by, it was like 55-46.
Yeah.
TCNJ just took the lead on a three-pointer by Glover, though, so that's their first lead of the game, I think, 59-56. So for the Gothic Knights, yes, you want to win at home, but you also want TCNJ to lose.
Yeah.
Because as long as the Gothic Knights win on Wednesday at Stockton,
right,
they'll secure that second bye. If you lose, then it's questionable, and especially if you lose and Montclair State wins, it could be a little bit of a mess here.
Yeah.
Seeding-wise.
And Jersey City will play a desperate Stockton team who needs to win to make the playoffs on Wednesday.
Yeah. NJC almost lost to William Patterson at home. Had to use overtime to win that game.
Yeah.
He lost to Rowan at home after leading by many. So, and then they lost to another team they lost to. I forget off the top of my head, but
Montclair State.
Yeah, that's what it was. Montclair State. They lost at home, but then went on the road and beat them. So they still split, but still you want to win those home games, so when you go on the road and win, it's even better.
Bonnicum, Lewis, Romano, Peterson, and McWilliams, the five on the floor. This is McWilliams here. Good defense by Worthy. 10 on the shot clock. Romano for Bonnicum. Bonnicum for three over Blackwell. Way off the mark.
Airballed that one.
Yeah, lands on the baseline, and Gothic Knights take over.
See if they can lead for the first time since the first half, if they can get a bucket here.
Worthy, Tony, Rudis, Haddock, and Blackwell, the five on the floor right now. As Tony match up with Peterson into the lane, and he is fouled. You'll take your pick, either Bonnicum or Peterson.
Peterson, his second, team's fifth.
Blackwell to inbound the ball. Brutus for Tony, and now matched up with Romano.
14 on the shot clock.
10:29 on the game clock. Worthy. Shot clock down now to 6. Brutus got to get something going. 5 on the clock. Brutus pulled it up. Well, not what they wanted, but they'll take it. Yuri Brutus with a long-range jumper for 2.
He's not a distant shooter by any means, but he made it there when it mattered.
66-64, Bonnicum for Lewis. Peterson, he'll step back. His three, good. And quick timeout by Coach. Well, no, not a timeout. He foul underneath.
Blackwell pushed Lewis.
So that's a loose ball foul, so that just maintains the possession after the three for Ramapo. It's Blackwell's first. And
an untimely foul there.
Yeah. Well, the basket counts. They haven't put it on the scoreboard yet, but it should be 67-66. There you go.
Everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah.
The scoreboard's not official.
There you go.
The book's official. But hopefully they have it in the book.
Right. 67-66. Inbounds Bonnicum. 5-point possession there for Ramapo. And swings that back in favor of the Roadrunners by 3. Blackwell, skip pass across the defense. Haddock for Worthy. Worthy thought about a 3. Blackwell will take it, and he got it. So Blackwell atones for the mistake on the last possession. Now we are tied at 69.
He's taken 2 3-point attempts this year and has now made both of them.
Yeah, he looked pretty good on that one. Romano comes off the screen. Tony's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls now. Bonnicum trying again, desperately pleading for the ball with Worthy on him. Peterson outside. Romano drives on Worthy. Swing to Bonnicum. Bonnicum long-range jumper. No. Rebound controlled by Lewis. Good job by Lewis to get that rebound past Brutus somehow.
He was like 5 inches over his head.
Peterson on Blackwell. Nifty moves, but Blackwell stays with him. Crowd sounding their approval, and last touch by Ramapo.
Good defensive stop there by the Gothic Knights.
Nice job by Marquise Blackwell on back-to-back possessions, and he's going to be rewarded with more minutes. Brutus comes out, Chika Wosu comes in. 69 apiece, 8:49 to play. Ramapo is going to bring a new guy in at the next dead ball. Worthy. Down into the post, Bonnicum pokes it away, but Blackwell gets the loose ball back. Hands off for Shaquan Worthy, and then Worthy has it nearly stripped from Peterson. 10 on the shot clock. Tony will reset things. Shot clock down to 5. Tony swings it over. Haddock for 3. Oh my, way off the mark.
And it didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, it didn't hit the rim, barely hit the glass.
Yeah.
It almost hit the shot clock.
And that's why Tony's usually not a point guard there.
Yeah, that was. I thought when he was running the clock down, he was going to take it, but then when he ran it down and then passed.
Yeah. That usually doesn't happen.
No. Dion Hale checks in for the first time this afternoon. Freshman guard from Trenton, New Jersey. Number 11 for Ramapo. This is Hale right here. I would think just to give Ford a break and long. Bonnicum catches the pass, lays it up and in. Nicely done. Nice pass there from Peterson, and it's 71-69. Jersey City back down by 2.
And Worthy has to somehow play defense on that guy when someone misses their assignment.
Yeah. Well, not a surprise that Worthy's going to be a defensive mismatch whenever he's out there.
Yeah.
Ramapo's tried to isolate on him and pick on him in the post, but he's done okay so far. Paddock, foul, and got it, count it, going to the line. What a shot from Paddock. Dion Hale will pick up the foul. What a play.
That's his first. Team's sixth.
Paddock, a circus shot there. Tied at 71. Excellent free throw shooter, as we mentioned. 21 for 23 on the season. Make it 22 for 24. And a timeout taken by Coach Brown. Gothic Knights on top, 72-71, 7:35 to play.
In other NJAC action, TCNJ now leads by 15.
Well, so much for that.
Yeah, so much for Montclair holding on. Murdoch Jr. is shooting some three-pointers, it looks like.
That's with 6.5 to play, so that's a sizable lead. I think Montclair has like 10 points in the second half.
Eric Murdoch Jr. now has 37 in the game. So I think I know who's up for D3Hoops.com Team of the Week.
Yeah, if nominated. That's
true.
It's an impressive line. 72-71. Jersey City on top here. Now, with that result, looks like headed towards the College of New Jersey win. Jersey City really needs the win here.
Yes.
Because College of New Jersey would go half a game up pending the result of this one. And again, Jersey City could still win the top seed, but important to stay out of that 3 seed of the seed. And Rob Lewis storms the gates, fouled, count it, and going to the line, and shouting to no one in particular in the crowd. But 3-point play opportunity here. Foul was on Wosu, his second.
Key play there for Ramapo. And, to complete the 3-point play, hopefully, if you're a Ramapo fan. And he does.
Yep. 74-72. Lewis has played well here for Coach McBreen. 7:12 to play, still a lot of time. Worthy for Green, who's been quiet this half. LeBron Green off glass and good. Nice shot for LeBron Green.
Used the glass to his advantage there to tie the game at 74. Under 7 minutes to play here from the John J. Moore Athletic and Fitness Center, Coach Charlie Brown Court.
6 points for Green. 74 apiece as Dion Hale did not play in the first half with the pass, and it's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-2. Green is fouled, I believe, by Dion Hale.
He will go to the line to shoot 1-on-1. And the foul is on 11.
Yeah, Coach McBreen has seen enough of Dion Hale.
That's Hale's second, too.
LeBron Green to the free throw line. Romano checks out. Mosley returns. Long returns.
Green will shoot 1-on-1 as they are now in the double bonus, or the single bonus, with 7 fouls for Ramapo.
Jersey City, 11 of 12 from the foul line here this afternoon. And gets the friendly home roll there, 75-74, 7 points now for Green.
Used every bit of the help he could there to make that one.
Yeah, he's the only one who's missed a free throw. He's now 3 for 4.
That went down a little easier.
They get 4 for 5. Green hits them both. We are tied at 76. I'm sorry. 76-72. No, wait. I know the scoreboard.
76-74.
Okay.
The stats are just a little behind.
Got it.
Holmes on the right on that one.
And Mosley. Now we're tied at 76.
Yeah. Our screens are flipped than what's on the scoreboard.
Yep.
A little confusing at times.
Mosley with the soft jumper. Jersey City, 3 on the way from Haddock is good.
Nice assist there by Worthy.
Haddock now with 14. 79-76.
He's second on the team in points, only behind James Julius's 15.
Yep. Mosley runs over Worthy. And they're going to get Shaquan for the foul. Didn't have his feet planted. It looked bad, but he didn't have his feet planted. So Mosley to the free throw line. As free throws coming here for long-armed Chris Mosley.
Coach Brown's not too happy with that, but again, most coaches aren't happy when it's a charge or block and it doesn't go your way when it's not obvious.
Mosley on 1-and-1 hits the first. Mosley a good free throw shooter, 70%. The Roadrunners' leading scorer on the season, 13.6 per contest. Second on the team in rebounds. He and Bonnicum go 1-2 in both categories. And Mosley hits them both.
Timeout, Ramapo.
Yeah, going to take a timeout. Gothic Knights lead by 1.
5:43 left to play here. 30-second timeout, Ramapo. Both teams' largest lead of the day was 8. And the Gothic Knights have a 1-point lead here. That 8-point lead for the Gothic Knights came a long time ago with 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Back when they started hot and then cooled off and bounced back, and now they're leading again. They just need some, for the Gothic Knights, they just need some good defensive stretches like we saw there a few times back-to-back to force Ramapo to take some off-balance shots, some chances that they shouldn't be taking, or forcing the turnover.
Well, we haven't seen, Phil, those wide-open layups off of screens, those backdoor cuts really in a little while now. Ramapo's had to work harder for their baskets.
Definitely. And they've been, NJC's been limiting how many times Shaquan Worthy's guarding a offensive player that's almost 6 inches taller than him or more.
That said, Ramapo they shot 62% in the first half. They're shooting 66% in the second half, 12 for 18. So making them work, but Ramapo is shooting the ball really well as Worthy catches that one, dishes off. Wide open. Oh, Tony missed it. Follow was also no good. And rebound by Green.
Good idea there, but you got those shots there, especially from a player like Tony, you have to make.
Worthy for Tony, who's matched up with Lewis. Outside, Worthy They probe the defense, little floater, no. Bonnicum rebound, ball batted around. Bonnicum has it, and jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Jersey City, I believe.
Yes. We cannot see the arrow.
Yeah.
It faces the court and not us.
Well, gutsy play there from Tony, who could have picked up his 4th foul. Worthy will inbound it. Chance for Gothic Knights to get this lead extended as Julius returns. Green to the bench.
As they clean the court a little bit.
Going to do this with a towel instead of a sneaker. 5:08 to play, 79-78 Jersey City. Gothic Knights need a win to stay tied with College of New Jersey for second place in the conference. Ramapo can lock up the top seed with a win. Worthy floats it into Tony, who makes the catch on the logo. Worthy. Over for Julius. Julius with 14 on the shot clock. Haddock for 3 again. Not this time, and Bonnicum with the rebound.
Good attempt there. He had a decent shot, just didn't fall.
As far as level of difficulty, that was easier than a lot of the ones he's made, but didn't go down. Mosley trying to get it to Lewis in the post. Instead, they'll go to Long. Peterson for Bonnicum. There's that matchup they like. Outside, head fake by Long. Mosley's not going to shoot from there. Drives in, floater, no. Rebound controlled by Tony, and he wants to run. It's 2-on-2. Slows down for a moment, and wow, he ran right over the top of
block and the basket.
Yeah, was the basket count?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what the ref said at least.
Well, there's the exact same thing we saw a moment ago with Mosley and Worthy, where I said that the defender, it looks bad because the defender gets literally steamrolled into the court, but without his feet set, it's not a charge.
And he might have been, didn't see the restricted area there, but he might have been in the...
well, he certainly was when he landed.
Yeah, that's true. But now they play with the 4-foot arc instead of the 3-foot arc, which is still confusingly still on the court.
Yeah.
I guess if high schools are here or whatever. But Tony will shoot another free throw here. Gothic Knights now lead by 3. 4:17 left to play.
4th 3-point play opportunity of the game here for Tony, who's so far cashed in the first 3. Second foul of the game on Long. And not going to cash this one in, though. Bonnicum with the rebound. 81-78, 3-point Gothic Knights lead. Bonnicum slips off the screen. Peterson for 3, no. Tony with the rebound.
Tony lucky there not to run into the defender there either and force a 3-point opportunity from the free throw line as well.
He's living dangerously here the last couple of possessions. Worthy tries to shake free.
Finds Wosu down low, and then a foul is called on number 12, Rob Lewis.
Yeah.
Wosu headed the line to shoot 2.
And Coach McBreen has seen enough from some of his reserves. Stanek and Ford are going to return. Chico Wosu, who had a great first half, had 9 points, has still got 9. He's been quiet here in his second half, hasn't been on the floor very much. And that first one way off the mark.
Shooting 48% on the year.
Not his favorite spot on the floor.
No. Only a freshman as well, so he'll grow in time as well.
Got a huge body. He's got good soft skills and good soft hands. Nice footwork. He misses them both here though, and
not an ideal time to miss both free throws.
Jersey City, after being 13 for 14, has missed their last 3. 81-78, Gothic Knights by 3. Peterson works off the Stanek screen. And now Peterson will drive. Spin, fade away, got it. Patrick Peterson, nice soft touch. 81-80, 3:21 to play in regulation. As LeBron Green gets set to check back in. Tony calls for the ball, they give it to him. Working on Bonnicum outside, Worthy for 3. Yes! Raquan Worthy!
Good ball movement there by the Gothic Knights.
Yeah, Tony drew a triple team and hit Worthy for the open 3, and it's a 4-point Jersey City lead.
Under 3 to play.
Ford Slips right by the defense and lays it up for two. He blows by Wosu like he's a statue. 84-82. Sure his brother will give him a hard time about that later.
Yep.
2:42 to play. Tony looks over the top of the defense, slips it off for Haddock. Haddock pull up long two, way off the mark.
Way off.
And rebound, whoop. The guy's not looking for the ball all over the place. Ford, tough shot, no.
Rebound, Tony.
Yeah, Tony pulls down the rebound. Mosley takes a poke at it. 2:21 to play, 2-point lead, and Coach Brown wants to settle things down. 84-82, 2:19 to play here in the second half. Again, full timeout, so we'll reset it for you. Gothic Knights by 2. 2 timeouts left for Jersey City, 3 for Ramapo. Both teams in the single bonus, so the next foul will put Jersey City in the double bonus.
TCNJ leads by 9 with 3 minutes left, so as long as something crazy doesn't happen in Ewing, New Jersey, looks like TCNJ will improve with another win in the NJAC standings. With a win, they'll move to 13-4 in the conference, 18-6 overall. Gothic Knights right now are 12-4 in conference play, 18-5 overall. Ramapo 18-5 as well, but have won 2 more games in conference. So for the Gothic Knights, they really need this win to stay tied with the College of New Jersey as long as that result holds, and also to move closer to Ramapo.
Conference tournament starts next week for the New Jersey Athletic Conference on a Saturday. 3 hosts 6, 4 hosts 5. And then the men and the women usually alternate who plays a championship.
I believe
Friday, Saturday. So this would be the men's year to play on Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say the women are Friday this year.
Yep.
Yeah, last year it was NJCU Ramapo, the buzzer beater that went all over the place.
Yeah, the half-court shot from Bonnicum.
But then both teams, NJCU still got in due to their strong
strength of schedule
and some other factors.
84-82. Tony outside. Worthy thinks about a 3 from the foul line instead. No. And rebound controlled by Nick Stanek.
Not a bad shot selection.
No.
Just didn't fall.
Yeah.
Good defense there by Ramapo to box out and get the defensive rebound though.
84-82. Driving in. Peterson, tough shot, no good. Rebound by Tony.
Weird shot.
Yeah, no angle on it, or no arc on it.
It looked like a shot put or something.
84-82. Osu with the screen for Worthy, who loses his footing momentarily. Sam Tony thinks about a 3. He drives in. Layup off glass is good for Sam Tony. He's got 13 now. And it's a 4-point Jersey City lead.
13.6 rebounds for Tony. That may be good for the average player, but when you're averaging a double-double with 20 points a game, not what Tony's used to putting up.
Stanek's 3, no good. Guys tying up each other underneath the rim, and Julius comes out with a loose ball.
Gothic Knights up 4 as the crowd stands on their feet with under a minute to play. And they'll use as much clock as they can on this possession.
48 seconds on the clock, 20 on the game clock. Worthy fakes the handoff, slips it off. Open 3, but they pass it up. They'll run a little more clock. 11 seconds. Green for Julius. Pass underneath. Wosu blows the jam, and Ramapo has it. 33 seconds on the game clock as Ramapo down 4. Wosu could have put it away there. Bonnicum got it, fouled, and he'll go to the line.
You gotta make those baskets, whether it's a dunk or a layup. You gotta make it.
Well, that's the second dunk attempt gone awry for Wosu here in this game. He traveled on a 2-hand jam at the end of the first half. And wow, he is hearing it on blast from Coach Brown.
Well deserved, but
that time the first time he didn't really need to dunk it.
No.
He slowed down and caused the travel. That time, that was in the natural flow of things. He just missed it.
Can't dunk it, just put the easy layup in. Either way, he would have.
His brother was
standing behind the head coach, kind of like, what are you doing?
Wosu, I think, is going to come out of the game as well.
Yep.
This is going to turn into a free throw contest. You don't really want him on the floor for that.
No.
24 seconds to play. Bonnicum will go to the line for 2. That was the third foul on Wosu.
Yep. And we can probably expect, depending on what free throws fall, a timeout by Ramapo after this stoppage. TCNJ leads by 11, so that game is basically over with 98 seconds left to play.
.24 seconds to play. Bonnicum at the free throw line.
As the event staff gets ready to put the yellow rope out, so the fans either don't charge the court, charge the refs,
or we'll have the largest game of double dutch in the history of,
NJAC play.
Right. 86-82. Bonnicum at the free throw line.
On the year, he's shooting about 79%.
Again, as we mentioned, Jersey City could not have hosting rights throughout the NJAC tournament, but have it in the NCAA tournament. If they were the number 1 seed or the top team in the Atlantic region, that's likely to get them a home weekend. Friday, Saturday in the NCAA tournament.
And that would cause some logistical issues here, as most of our student staff are baseball players and softball players. And, well, at least baseball will be in Florida then. Softball, I don't know exactly when they leave, but they're leaving sometime in March.
Gotta get there first. Bonnicum with both free throws, 86-84. 24.4 seconds to play. Again, Bonnicum just doesn't miss from the foul line.
6 of 6 now.
So Jersey City's got to make their free throws. Shaquan Worthy will be the guy. They've got, again, we mentioned 3 guys who shoot 80%, 1 who shoots 90.
And Shaquan Worthy's neither of them.
And Shaquan Worthy is none of them. Yeah, he shoots 64. So,
but again, better than having Wosu shooting.
Right, who shoots 48. Right. So, these are the 5 best free throw shooters, even if this is the worst of the best.
First attempts there that's his first attempt today for Worthy from the line. Now has 8. Gothic Knights up by 3. 22.5 seconds left to play.
Big one here to make it a 2-possession game, and yes,
good.
Worthy hits them both. Worthy with some big shots here this half. Ramapo doesn't need a 3, they just need to score quickly. 19 seconds to play. Ford down the floor. Lost the ball and into the hands of Jersey City, and the Gothic Knights are, barring a total collapse, going to hang on. Ford was trying to pass backdoor cut, and the person he was passing to never cut. And so it ends up just being a turnover.
It's hit Ford's second, team 10th, so double bonus. They were already in the double bonus after that other intentional foul.
Yep. So this one now to make it a 6-point game if he can hit them both. It's the first. Again, Green, one of those high percentage free throw shooters, and Jersey City going to extend this lead.
Okay.
12.1 seconds to play. Jersey City looks like they're going to get the split. They're going to have to wait to clinch the second seed or the top seed. College of New Jersey also won. Bonnicum's 3, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Worthy just fires it down the floor. Mosley catches it, and that will do it.
Worthy was smart there, not only save it, but just throw it as high in the air to.
Yep.
And Coach Brown and the Gothic Knights, while he might not be happy with some of the play from certain players, he's happy with the end result.
Yeah, on a night where your best player is relatively quiet, and for Sam Toney finishes with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, but off his season average. It was the rest of the Gothic Knights who pick up the slack. You got James Julius for 15, Jeff Haddock for 14, Robert Gordon with 3 threes for 9, LeBron Green with 9, and the Gothic Knights pull off a big win here. Jersey City with the victory improves to 19-5, 13-4 in the NJAC. And again, They are, well, now they're guaranteed to finish either first, second, or third in the conference, but still will be decided by what happens on Wednesday. Ramapo with a win over Rowan would lock up the top seed, and then Jersey City and College of New Jersey would battle it out for the second and third. But a big win for Jersey City. It certainly won't hurt them in terms of the NCAA regional rankings, which is just as important at this point. Ramapo with the loss drops to 18-6 and 14-3 overall. Thoughts on this one, Phil?
Somehow New Jersey City, when it mattered, showed up. Parts of the games they didn't show up. But when it mattered at the end of the game, just like at Montclair, the energy was there, the defense was there, and they pulled away with that 5-point win at the end. Ramapo again still has that cushion. They had a 2-game cushion. Now that it's down to 1 game, they're 14-3, and Gothic Knights are 13-4. TCNJ's 13-4. Montclair falls to 10-7. So New Jersey City and NJCU are either going to be the 2 and the 3, no matter what happens on Wednesday.
So what happens here today for Jersey City is they clinch another home game, whether it's as 2 hosting 3-6 or as 3 hosting next Saturday. The seniors here will get 1 more game at home at least, and maybe more. Yeah. And again, as we mentioned, as odd as it sounds, Jersey City could finish as the 2 seed in their conference tournament, but be the favorite to host in the NCAA tournament for a bracket in this part of the country.
Definitely, and it's for the Gothic Knights. It's there's been games that they've lost at the end where they shouldn't have lost, and there's games that they probably shouldn't have won, and this is one of those games where it could have gone either way. Earlier in the year, Tony sinks 42 and you lose. So from Tony's perspective, he didn't have a great game, but he'd rather the team win.
Yeah, better result, even if a harder way to get there. That'll do it for us here from New Jersey City. For Phil Nagley and everybody here at New Jersey City University, for Ira Thor, and for everyone else, we thank you for joining us. Have a good afternoon, everyone.